My first spot I talked about would be Dave's Hot Chicken. So a lot of people know Dave's Hot Chicken, right? It's huge now. It's like probably one of the biggest kind of chains now, halal food chains. I think it's one of the biggest chains that's growing in the United States right now. But I remember the first time I went to Dave's Hot Chicken, this was a long time ago, like they were one location, Hollywood. And they just kind of opened their brick and mortar store. Huge lines. Like you have to check the Instagram to see how the lines are. It's like, oh, how long is the wait? Hour and a half. Oh, it's like 15-minute wait. That's time to go, right? So I went there. I was like, is this place really halal? It's called Dave's, you know, Dave's Hot Chicken. I'm like, I've never had hot chicken before in my life. I go there and I try it and I'm like, and I see the halal certificate and everything. And I'm like, I try it and it blows my mind. Like, I can't, I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And it's like so hot and everything, but it's so good. And I was like really juicy and everything. And I know like everybody has their own favorite like chicken place, hot chicken place. My sister's favorite's like Bread's, like a food truck that kind of goes around Orange County. But I will always stand for Dave's. Like I still think the OG location in Hollywood, I've been there recently, still great. So it's still like my spot. I'm big on burgers. I love burgers. I make burgers myself, smash burgers or regular burgers too. And even when I was growing up kid, I always wanted halal burgers. That's why we go to those like old like hole in the wall halal joints, right? Now I think at least one of my favorite burger spots is Urban Skillet. And that used to be when I was in North Hollywood area. I saw Urban Skillet was like 5 minutes from my place. And so I'd go there. And back then I think it was more like a fusion kind of burger place, but then now it's kind of more traditional. Burger spots, stuff like that. I just love Urban Skillet. They have a location also in Santa Monica now too. Really thick, juicy burgers. They know, I mean, you really can't beat them. My favorite is like their barbecue brisket burger, Southern barbecue burger too, which is like has like bacon and onion rings. And I never was a big bacon guy. Like I kind of didn't understand what's the big, like why these, non-Muslims like bacon, And then I had it on a burger. I'm like, oh, I get it now. I get it. This makes sense. I get it now. I understand why they love this stuff, right? So yeah, I'd say Urban Skillet's like one of my favorite burger spots. And with the two locations, you can't really beat it. Okay, pizza. Pizza's my favorite food. Like if I can eat one food for the rest of my life, it'd be like pizza, right? Because like you just can't get sick of it. And there used to be like some halal pizza spots near me. They're not that great. But then I went to Big Al's in Maywood. And Big Al's is one of the flat out best pizzas in Southern California, halal or not. They have like incredible pizza, incredible wings. They have like a brisket sandwich, like sub. It's like really great. I always get like I think it's like a chicken cheeseburger pizza, which kind of tastes like a cheeseburger, but also like chicken pizza. I don't know. It's like really, really good. So they have a chicken cheeseburger pizza that I really like. It tastes kind of like a cheeseburger mixed with like chicken. And it's like my favorite pizza they have. With that brisket sub and any of the wings, really. Any of the wings they have are awesome. And they now have a location in Orange County. It's like a second location. So that's like, that fact that it's like way closer to me now, I don't have to go all the way to Maywood. Maywood's a little far. So that really is. I even had it for we had like a little holiday party and I had them cater my holiday party because I love the pizza. So for like Mexican food, because we're in Southern California, right? We gotta have some kind of Mexican food, right? And I can't choose. I just can't choose. I like these three spots kind of equally. Fatima's Grill, which is kind of like a chain now, or at least they're franchising now, and Papi Tacos, which also has a location in Santa Ana, which is like the closest taco spot to me, and then Cedar's Tacos, which is kind of right outside Cedar's Meat Market, and it's kind of like a pop-up. They kind of pop up at night, and for all these places, my go-to is the Brio tacos, Brio, especially Brio queso tacos, Just there's something about if you know Southern California food, Brio is like big. Like everybody it's all about like those Brio, that like slow cooked, shredded beef meat is like just next level. And so these guys, all three of them do great Brio. Every single one of them. I can't choose which one's my favorite of those three. So I'd say all three of them for that one. Lots of times I get a lot of messages about what's good place to take people for like a birthday or something kind of fancy, It's really kind of tricky to find like a nice halal fancy place. There's like a lot of casual places, a lot of places which are okay, but like maybe not the fanciest or something. You don't want to bring like a birthday party, like an anniversary dinner or something. But one place I've been to very recently, I really like, is called H&H Steakhouse. and it's a Brazilian steakhouse. And so that's just something that you don't get very often, halal Brazilian steakhouse. So what they do is they source their meat through like Harris Ranch. Harris Ranch has like a halal meat. Like I used to get like burger patties from them and stuff like that. So that's where they get their meat from. And so like the beef is halal and everything. They do like serve alcohol. They do have like pork and stuff. I mean, it's not just for Muslims, but there's no cross-contamination. It's Brazilian steakhouse style, so a lot of like all-you-can-eat kind of style, and where they come to your table, they carve the picanha or whatever meat it is, and you can kind of have as much as you want. It gives you a few sides. There's a salad bar. You can get stuff a la carte as well. I really liked it. It was really nice and fancy, kind of a little different than what I'm normally doing. My favorite stuff from them is like the picanha, which is like a specific kind of like Brazilian style like steak. It's very unique. It's a little salty, but I really like it. And also they have like a filet mignon that I just really, really enjoyed. And it's like really nice inside. The decor is really great. They have a location in Beverly Hills and they have a location in downtown. I've been to the one in Beverly Hills. Really nice service, great people. So if you want something really fancy and it's good, for the most part, mostly halal menu, H Steakhouse is definitely someplace I would recommend. So for the next one, I want to talk about like a pop-up. These guys have been around for a little while now, and every time they pop up near me, I try to make it out because I love them. It's Street Tawa Barbecue. They have like a huge smoker that they sometimes will bring around. You'll see if you get a chance, they bring it to like the whatever event they're doing. It's nice to see them kind of like bring it out of the smoker itself. It's like brisket sandwiches, like barbecue brisket, like huge slabs. These guys know what they're doing. Great guys. And I always get the barbecue brisket sandwich. It's just like, it's so simple. It's just like, toast, brisket, like a lot of brisket. Usually enough that like, sometimes I'll have to take some of the brisket out and I'll save it for later because it's like, there's too much. I have 2 sandwiches of one basically. And then it comes with like some coleslaw, pickles, and like a really nice barbecue sauce. I usually like to put the coleslaw in the sandwich itself, give it a little crunch. I just think that they're like maybe my go-to barbecue place. I really like them a lot, and it's just like I'm checking Instagram to see when these guys are gonna pop up next, and so that's kind of the thing. They're only kind of for like pop-ups and stuff like that. But if for whatever reason you're in Southern California, you see these guys popping up at an event near you at the local masjid, just go. I know the lines sometimes get a little long and everything. They got a little hype. It's worth the hype. It's real. Kind of we're talking about pop-up. Now I want to talk about our food truck. Probably one of my favorite food trucks is Parada. Parada is based like in like the art district area. They have like a ghost kitchen there, but they also have like their food truck that goes around. And I just actually really like the food truck. It's like street Indian food. It's like paratha wraps, like chicken, beef, stuff like that. It's just like really colorful. I really like their aesthetic. Very Instagrammable, I guess you could say. They gave you like these like mango lassi, which is really good, and other different types of lassis. And they give it to you like in like a little bottle that is a little bit of kind of a mix of like the modern and like the old school like Indian artwork. And you can see like in the picture, like there's the guy's like taking a picture of the girl, but it's like in the style of, like old Indian artwork. It's like really cool. And then just like the truck itself is like really beautiful. I really want to just go one day and just take videos of the truck. Because last time I tried, they only had the pop up at the time during COVID. But the paratha wraps, any of the paratha wraps are great. Like they're so big that you can like cut it in half, have half of it later. The paratha wraps, any of them are awesome. I like the chicken ones. The lassis are great too. I'm not a normal lassi guy. A little too strong for me usually, but they have like really good, especially the mango lassi is really great. I know I talked about one pizza place before, but because pizza is my favorite food, I want to talk about another one. Kind of when I was living in the Valley, there was a pizza place called 786 Degrees. And 786 Degrees is like Woodfire Pizza. It's a little different, kind of like similar to like Blaze Pizza or Mod Pizza or Pieology or something. But these guys I think are way better. Like the chef is amazing, super nice guy. He learned like all this stuff like in Italy. And so the whole kind of concept is like the Woodfire Pizza, and it's fresh, it's really great. They have a location in Sunland, which is like deep in the valley. And I think they have one also in Pasadena. And I really like, they have like I think it's what's it called? It's a Bombay tikka pizza, I think. It's kind of like a tikka style like chicken on top of pizza. And I love that. I really like fusion stuff. I'm big on fusion. So anytime there's like kind of like a fusion thing, and this I think really works well, it's like really great fusion. That pizza is like awesome. I mean, all the other pizzas are awesome. Even the vegetarian pizzas are great. But I really like that Bombay tikka pizza that they have. That's like my go-to. When I was like living in the valley, I can't even tell you how many times I would go there, drop by, just swing by, pick up a pizza, come home. So definitely a place like I definitely recommend for those, especially in the valley or in a Pasadena area. If you want some Woodfire Pizza, that's my halal go-to spot. So the next spot I want to do is like an Asian spot. I've been going to this place with my family for so long, and I really, really like it. It's called Bacin Grill, and it's Malaysian, and it's kind of very similar to like Thai and Chinese. I think like a little sweeter, and, like Malaysian flavors and stuff like that. It's really great. I really like Bacin. I've been going, like I said, I've been going with my family for a long time. I usually get like they have like a, what's it called? It's really hard for me to pronounce. This one like beef dish. It's kind of sweet. It's called daging ketchup manis, or dating ketchup manis, something like that. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's daging ketchup manis, and it's like a sweet chicken. It's like we always get it every single time. We always get the chicken saute or beef saute. But they're great with the saute. Always get that. And then they also have like a mango chicken, which is like really nice. Especially if it's like mangoes are in season. It's like a dish I'll get. So like I said, I really like it. It's like probably one of my favorite Asian spots to go to. Just because it's like a little, not only spicy, it's more sweeter. And I just like really love the flavors. And they're really great. They're very friendly. My mom like knows the owners and stuff like that. So it's like they'll come to the table, they'll go hi. So it's always like really sweet to see them, and great food. I mean, if it's always about the food, right? And the food is awesome. So it's like my go-to Asian place. I hope it's going to be a few people's go-to Asian place. The last one I want to talk about is called Mosan Bek. It's in Laguna Beach, and the reason why I want to talk about Mosan Bek, even though they have like a very limited halal menu, not everything is halal. There's like a normal restaurant, but they have like a small halal menu. So they have like a few items, a separate halal menu. When you go there, just ask for the halal menu. They'll give it to you. They'll even put like a little toothpick that says halal in it that I kind of collect. So I was like, oh, these are nice. I just like have like a bunch of them like somewhere. I don't even know. But they have, it's just like kind of like South African style food, Mosan Bek. Very like tropical, very like South African style stuff. They have like parrots and stuff like that. Like live parrots like in a cage that you can like check out and stuff. Sometimes the parrots will be like kind of walking around outside the cage to kind of let them out. But like the views of this place, because you're on Laguna Beach, right? So you got the view of the ocean. If it's like a sunny day, you're on the top terrace. It's like heaven. It's like, it's kind of amazing. Like, this is a halal food place that you could like eat on this top of this terrace. Beautiful view. They can even see the sunset. We've done like my sister's birthday there one time. Usually times we bring some family members there and they're visiting just because it's like by the beach. Laguna Beach is like my favorite beach. It's only like 15 minutes away from my house. I really like, they have like a peri chicken pops, which are like on top of like this grilled pineapple. And we always get that just kind of like a side dish, kind of appetizer. That's like my go-to. And then for the actual meal, I get usually the grilled chicken sandwich. And it's very similar to like the pops. It's just like the grilled chicken with like, it's a really great like on ciabatta bread, I think. I love it. But they usually give you with like the samosa. The samosas are good too. But I always ask for some extra of this aioli, and I will like put it in the sandwich. And it like just like takes like that sandwich is really good on its own, and it elevates it for sure. So like that's a little tip. Get that cilantro lime aioli, put it in that grilled chicken sandwich, and it's just like awesome. And just sit back, enjoy the views from the top of that terrace. Totally worth it if you have to wait.